The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have been a part of almost everyone's childhood, and they continue to enjoy massive popularity even today. Recently, Nickelodeon released a new movie titled Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem, which follows these turtles as they venture into the real world after avoiding humans for their entire life. While the movie made a few tweaks to the original lore, it incorporated several classic antagonists and characters from the TMNT universe, and one such being was Superfly. Superfly has been a popular villain in the original TMNT series, and this movie gives him a new story arc and an exciting, colorful appearance. He leads a mutant gang and intends to dominate humanity, and today we will explore his role in this recent release and tell you all about his unique features. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. The story behind Superfly's mutation and his relation to the original Superfly, Baxter Stockman. Baxter Stockman was a rogue scientist and the human enemy of the Ninja Turtles, and fans of the original series must be aware that he was known as Superfly ages ago. However, Baxter was not just the creator of the Superfly in this recent release, where he was given a new story arc. In this film, Baxter used to be a TCRI scientist who eventually shifted his office to his home to fully concentrate on his experiments. As he continued his mutation work, Baxter used a housefly as a subject and exposed this creature to his mutagen. He was delighted to learn that his experiment went well and he had succeeded in creating a mutant housefly. He started treating him as a son, and this mutant went on to become Superfly. Baxter decided to create an entire mutant family, but his former employee, Cynthia Ultrom, sent a squadron to find him and put an end to his experiments. While Baxter was killed in an explosion, Superfly managed to survive, but he sadly fell into the sewers. Over time, Superfly started looking for other mutants in New York and soon became the leader of a mutant gang that consisted of members such as Genghis Frog, Leatherhead, Rocksteady, and so on. All these mutants used to be animals before they were exposed to the infamous ooze created by Stockman, and Superfly looked after them and even hoped to take over the human world with their help.
Yo, come on, y'all. Let's get the goods. Yo!
Superfly's role as the villain in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem 2023. Voiced by Ice Cube, Superfly's character gathers an army of mutants with the intention of enslaving humans and mutating all wildlife in the world. While Superfly lays down an elaborate scheme to dominate humans, the four Ninja Turtles, Michelangelo, Leonardo, Raphael, and Donatello, grew up with their rat father, Splinter, after being exposed to Stockman's mutagen. Splinter worries about the Ninja Turtles and advises them against engaging with humans, but the four often venture out at night to secure some supplies. During one of their supply runs, they end up in a fight with a gang of thieves who are trying to steal a moped. The Ninja Turtles realize that the moped belonged to a girl named April O'Neil, who takes an interest in them and even expresses her desire to write about them. She turns out to be a journalist looking for a few cases of robbery arranged by Superfly, and she asks the Ninja Turtles for help uncovering the truth behind them and finding Superfly. The Ninja Turtles realize they can prove themselves worthy to humans if they help April with the case, and they soon start working with her. They come across a few humans who played a role in transporting the pieces of technology, and they intercept one of these pieces and track Superfly's location. As they finally confront him, the Ninja Turtles are shocked to discover that these robberies were orchestrated by another mutant. We soon learn that Superfly has been stealing TCRI technology in an attempt to create a device that would mutate all animals on Earth and then take control over humans. The Ninja Turtles initially immediately bond with Superfly, but they start getting skeptical of his plans when he continues to treat them like family and offers to bring them to his hideout. While the Ninja Turtles travel with 3 mutants named Mondo Gecko, Rocksteady and Wingnut in a van, Superfly comes in a different vehicle after them. When the Ninja Turtles devise a plan to crash the car, Superfly rides his muscle car and then attacks them. The Ninja Turtles put up a good fight, but Superfly manages to defeat them and takes the assimilator from the van before returning to his hideout. Superfly then returns to his plan of building a machine to mutate animals, and the Ninja Turtles have no option but to seek Splinter's help. Along with their father and April, they locate Superfly's hideout on a boat near Staten Island while he completes his machine. Superfly's mutant gang starts rethinking his grand plan and decides to stop him from turning the machine on. In a fight between Superfly and his mutant gang, the mutant fly crashes into his machine and gets electrocuted, but he still manages to turn it on. However, Bebop and Rocksteady instinctively get rid of the machine and Superfly by throwing them into the water. Since the machine is switched on, it starts mutating any being near it and impacts Superfly. The water soon turns into a bubbling green pool, and Superfly transforms into a giant being with the body of a whale. Not only does he take on a more grotesque appearance, but he also gains the powers and abilities of several other mutants near him during the transformation. Superfly then names himself Super Duper Fly and single-handedly decides to attack New York City. However, he is defeated when the Ninja Turtles, Splinter and his mutant family join hands to get rid of him. As the movie ends, Donatello suggests getting some anti-mutagen ooze from the TCRI and putting it in Superfly's blowhole. To their surprise, this strategy works effectively and Superfly immediately turns back to a regular housefly with no mutations or unique features. In a credit scene, we see that Superfly's fate now lies in the hands of Cynthia Outram, as she has gotten her hands on the housefly and taken him to the TCRI headquarters. What did Superfly look like? Superfly looked like a gigantic fly with several human features, and he could balance his weight on 2 legs just like humans. He had delicate wings on his back, and he often flapped these wings at an accelerated rate whenever he felt excited or agitated. While he had 2 arms, one of his arms tapered into a sickle that could be used as a weapon, while his other arm had a regular hand and fingers. He talked just like humans, and he had a lot of muscle on his arms as well as his torso. Superfly had blue skin with purple veins all over it, and he had an enlarged face with huge red eyes and a mouth with sharp teeth. After turning into Super Duper Fly, Superfly's body became gigantic and grotesque as he appeared as a monstrous entity that towered over the rest of the mutants. In this form, Superfly gained the features of other mutants who were near him during his transformation, and he then had sharp claws, horse feet, and the body of a whale, among other things. What was Superfly's personality like? Superfly was quite a determined mutant who had made up his mind to conquer the human world, but he was not an unreasonable leader. He looked after his mutant gang and ensured that they were doing all right, and he even looked up to Baxter as a father and respected him and his work. He seemed like a friendly entity once you got close to him, and he was quite ecstatic when he first came across the Ninja Turtles. Superfly treated them as if they were family, and he turned on them only after realizing that they were trying to sabotage his plan. While Superfly might be portrayed as a villain, his actions directly reflect how he was treated by humans who shunned him and attacked him. When Superfly first ventured out into the human world, he was harshly treated by humans who looked down on him due to his appearance, and these experiences shaped him into the entity he grew up to be. Exploring his incredible powers and abilities. Superfly was just a mutant fly, but he had incredible fighting skills, and he once even defeated all the Ninja Turtles despite being outnumbered. He was also a great leader to the mutants who continued to stay with him out of respect and loyalty even after disagreeing with his plans. Superfly had a sharp weapon attached to his right hand, and he later underwent some more bodily changes and gained more weapons after his transformation into Super Duper Fly. He was adept at using technology, and he single-handedly outsourced the materials to successfully build a machine that would mutate animals. Conclusion. To sum it up, Superfly was quite a captivating character in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, and he had quite an interesting story arc. While he differed from the older version of this character, Superfly was a breath of fresh air, and his striking persona and colourful appearance certainly caught the audience's eye. He may have turned back into a housefly by the end of the movie, but we can never fully get rid of him and can hope to see him soon in a new TMNT release. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.